Hello guys and welcome back to another video. And today I am going to not be previewing Anaheim but previewing the Arizona Coyotes. Arizona obviously moved from the Pacific Division to the Central Division over this season, even though they were in not either of those this year. I don't even know what they were in. I think they were in the West. Yeah, they were in the West. Arizona. So this is how I think they'll do. Let's get straight into the video. Arizona, over their last 3 seasons, in 2018-19, they went 39, 35, and 8. They went 4th out of 8th in the Pacific Division. They did not make the playoffs, though. In 2019-20, they went 33, 29, and 8. They were 5th out of 8th in the Pacific Division, and obviously this is the year where they had the qualifying round and stuff. So they made it past the qualifying round and got eliminated in the first round by the Colorado Avalanche, I believe. And then this past season, they went 24, 26, and 6. Again, not a bad record. They're always just mediocre. They're in there. They got 5th out of 8th in the West Division, and they did not make the playoffs. Last season, their goals per game was actually 2.68, which is on the lower half of the league. And after looking at the roster right now, if I had to say whether that would go up or down, I am going to say that goes down. I think that goes down. I think they got worse. They got rid of Garland as well. Goals against per game. They got a 3.11, which was 22nd, and I'm also expecting that to go down. That goaltending tandem is rough, but we'll get to that when we get there. Their power play and penalty kill were actually good. They actually had good special teams, considering that they were they were mediocre, but their special teams were good. Their power play had a 20.8, which is 13th, so in the upper half of the league. And their penalty kill was 80.8, which was 11th, so in the top third of the league. So their special teams was good. Now, to go into their projected lines, once again, this is off of Cap Friendly. Their first line, Clayton Keller, Christian Dvorak, and Phil Kessel. Obviously, there's rumors about Dvorak leaving Arizona, but I'm just going to go with Dvorak in here anyway. Clayton Keller, I still think there's more in the tank. I feel like he can do more than what he's shown. He had that one great season, and then from there it's just been solid, nothing spectacular. And just like Anaheim, Arizona's missing that star forward, that star talent on their team. But this first line of Keller, Dvorak, and Kessel, if Kessel can keep his numbers like what he did last year, then I think this could be has the potential to be a solid first line. If Clayton Keller can play better, almost a point per game, Christian Dvorak centering, and then Phil Kessel getting points like he did last year, that could be a solid first line. Second line, now this is where things get rough for Arizona, because they don't have a good second line. Lawson Krause, Nick Schmaltz, and Christian Fischer. Or is that his name, Christian Fischer? Maybe not Christian Fischer. Anyway, those are their three. So Krause and Fischer, both of them are like third, fourth line forwards. Their numbers, they're nothing like they're depth forwards. They're bottom six forwards. And Nick Schmaltz, he's probably about your second line center. But when you have those left and right wingers, that's not the greatest situation there. Their third line, they got Hayden, Larson, and Yaskin. I don't know. But Hayden, obviously, he's only 21. They're probably expecting him to improve a bit this season, obviously. Take a step forward. Larson, he's a bottom six forward. Yaskin. And it says Yaskin didn't play last year. And he's 28. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe he was scratched last year or something. That would make sense. And then on the fourth line, we got the Canucks line, other than Dzingel. But then we got Beagle and Eriksson. And I'm going to tell you guys, Arizona, you're going to love Eriksson. $6 million on the cap. Gets no points. But that's okay because his contract's up. And I actually think Arizona did win that Vancouver trade earlier in the season. I think Arizona won that trade because Ekman Larsson's contract, that goes for like another, 6 years or something? That's insane. That sucks for Vancouver, who's going to have to hold on to that forever, where you guys just got a bunch of 1-year bad contracts. And yeah, that fourth line, not very good, I don't think. And I don't think, yeah, it's just Eriksson, really, at the end of the day. Beagle, also. Defense. On defense, obviously got Jacob Chikrin, stud, first pairing defense, Norris caliber, signed to a great contract, very team-friendly contract. Then you got Libishkin. His offensive stats aren't good, so unless this man is amazing defensively, then he's not a first pairing defenseman. And I'm going to go ahead and say he's not. But unless he's amazing defensively, then he shouldn't be in the top two pairs. Second pair, you got Gostisbehere, who I think will bounce back. Also, even his points last year weren't bad. And his defensive numbers, I mean, everybody on Philadelphia really had a rough year last year, especially on the defensive side and goaltending side of it. And then you got Strawman on the other side. And I don't hate this second pairing. Although some people might, I don't think it's bad. And then on the third pairing, you got two younger defensemen. You got Capo Bianco. Don't know much about him. So, sorry, Arizona fans watching this. I don't know much about him. And then they got Timmins. Did they get him from the Colorado trade? I think they might have, actually. Connor, they might have. I'm not sure. I remember seeing that name. If they did, well, good, fair play. I think he'll take a step up. He's only 22, so I could definitely see him becoming like a top 4 defense, maybe if his career rounds up properly. Now, here's where the real issue lies. Goaltending. So you got Carter Hutton and Coroner. So when your starting goalie is Buffalo's backup goalie, that's not a good thing. Coroner did horrible. In fact, that 18-game losing streak was wild. Or, what am I saying? I mean, Hutton did horrible. That 18-game losing streak was mostly when Carter Hutton was in net. Not to say that that's his fault, but he did not put up great numbers. And you can say, oh, it was in Buffalo. Well, Omar put up good numbers in Buffalo. So, I don't know what to say. And then you got Coroner, who's young, and he could take a step forward this season, which would be great for Arizona if he took a step forward, as he's still young. And he put up a .899 last year in 10 games. Hasn't seen a big piece, we haven't seen a lot of him play. So, we'll see how he does this year. Honestly, I could see him taking over the starter role, as weird as that sounds. And yeah, he may be one of the worst starters in the league, but I could still see him taking that starter role in Arizona. And last but not least, we got the scratches list. So we got Andrew Ladd on that horrible contract. Then you got Roussel. And then you got Provanov. So Ladd and Provanov. Those two right there, they didn't play last year, right? I'm sorry I butchered that name. I'm not going to bother saying it again. I'm just... That guy that I said, he didn't play last year, alright? And then Anton Roussel. He didn't do great last year. And I can understand why he's on the scratches list. However, when you got Eriksson and Beagle on the fourth line, I could definitely see Roussel taking over one of those spots. I don't know what position he plays. It just said forward. So, Eriksson or Beagle could see him replacing that. And yeah, as far as my predictions go, they are in what? They're in the Atlantic. No, what am I saying? There's the Pacific and then there's the Central. So they're in the Central. And Central's actually a pretty good division this year. And considering Arizona's on purposely took all these bad contracts, trying to rebuild, and they're definitely gonna be bad this year. No questions about that. I think that they will be 8th in the Central. 8th out of 8. That's where I think they'll land. I don't think they're good. Their goaltending's not good. Their defense isn't good, but it's not horrible. It's just there. I mean, you got Chikrin, and then you got Gostisbehere, who I like. This is not a bad defense. And then your forward group is not good, though. Your forward group is definitely not good. And yeah, that's my predictions for this season coming up. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cue the outro. Oh, wait, I don't have one, so that means the video just ends. Coyotes.